Welcome to AER Int channel and welcome back to Surface Modeling course. In the last section, we looked at the basics of surfacing, things like extruded surface and trimming, as well as knitting and thickening. In this one, we're gonna start to look at the more advanced techniques, and we'll be making something like this. Maybe it's a paint sprayer, or a hosepipe head, or maybe some kind of prop for film, maybe an advanced ray gun or something. But as we can see, it's a pretty unusual shape really, and it would be hard to make with normal solid modeling. In this video, we're going to look at the revolved surface and a basic lofted surface. And then in the next one, we'll start to look at sweeps, and then filled surfaces and more detailed lofts later on. So let's get started with the new part. Start a new sketch on the front plane, and then get a center line from the drop down next to the line tool. And let's draw a center line going straight up vertically from the origin. We don't have to set a length, this will just represent the center of the part. Then we'll get a normal solid line and draw a little zigzag shape like this. So we'll go vertically up, we'll go inwards a little bit, and then vertically up again, and then outwards again, and then vertically up again for a third section. And then we'll add some relations and dimensions. So let's make this lower point horizontal with the origin. We can do this by left clicking on it, then hold down Ctrl and also select the origin, and then release Ctrl and press horizontal. Then let's also select these two outer lines, and we'll make those collinear, so they're lined up with each other. Next up, let's get the Smart Dimension tool and set some sizes. Click on this lower vertical line, and then click on the center line, and we want the total diameter distance. We want to say as 35mm. So if we select that line and the center line, and we move over to the right, we should get that diameter distance. We could also set the distance just between the center line and the line itself. That would be 17.5, and it would give us the same position. And then let's do the same for this one. Except let's make that 30mm. And then these three vertical sections, let's set the lower one as 10mm. And then let's select all three of them. So hold down Ctrl and select them. And then just press make equal. So they're all the same length, 10mm. And that should fully define our sketch. If we don't see fully defined down here, and one of our entities is still blue, we might just need to add a few more relations or dimensions to make it fully defined. We are now going to use this profile to create the revolved surface, and the tool is found on the Surfaces tab. Here it is, it's the second one, Revolved Surface, and if we click on that, we can see it's very similar to a revolved boss base. I selected the tool when I was already in the sketch, so we've automatically got this preview. If we can't see the preview, we might just have to select the sketch that we just drew. So as we can see, and as I said, it's very similar to the revolved boss base. Here on the left we can choose the axis of revolution, that's where the profile will be spun around, and in this case that's automatically been chosen as the center line that we added. We can revolve either on one direction or two directions. By default it's a full 360-degree revolution, but we can set it to a smaller amount if we want to revolve in two directions. So we can do those partial revolutions, but we don't need that for this case. Let's keep it as 360 and press OK to create our revolve. So we can see it's a very simple tool really. We've just revolved that profile around the center line. The next tool we're going to look at is the lofted surface, and this creates a shape from a series of profiles. So firstly we need to draw those separate profiles. And before we do this, let's add some new planes to help us with it. Let's select the top plane, and then let's go up to Reference Geometry. This should be on the Surfaces tab. It's also on the Features tab, we can get it from there. So let's go Reference Geometry and then select Plane. And we don't need to change any of the selections, we just need to make sure we have top plane here. And let's set the distance as 30mm. And when we press enter, we should see we've got a new plane which is at the top of that revolve, and it's parallel to the top plane. So we've got the first new plane there, plane 1. Then let's select that new plane, and then do the same thing. So let's go to Reference Geometry, Plane. And this time let's set a distance of 50mm and press OK. So we've now added the second plane that's parallel with the first one but 50mm above it. And then let's select the second one that we just made and do exactly the same thing again. So select the second one, Reference Geometry, Planes. And we'll set a new one, 50mm above that. So we've now got three planes, something like this. And we'll use these to create the profiles for our loft. Start our sketch on the lowest one, plane 1. So just click on it and press sketch. And then I'm gonna select the top edge of that revolve that we made. And I'm gonna press Convert Entities, which is on the Sketch tab. This will make the edge into a new circle that's on the plane that we've selected, plane 1. And that's all we need for that sketch, so let's exit the sketch. Then we'll do a similar thing on the uppermost plane, plane 3. So select plane 3, start a sketch, and then choose the edge again of the revolve. And again, press convert. And this will convert the edge into a new circle on that plane 3. And we can then exit that sketch. And then for the middle one, we also need a circle, but it's gonna be a bit larger. So let's just start a sketch on that plane 2. We'll get the circle tool with a center point circle, and we'll draw a circle at the origin point. And let's set the diameter of it as 75mm. And we can then exit that sketch. So we now have these 3 different circles on the 3 different planes, and we can use these to make the loft. To do this, let's go to Surfaces, Lofted Surface, and similar to the Revolved Surface feature and the Revolved Boss Base, this Lofted Surface is very similar to a solid loft. What we need to do is just select the profiles in order, so make sure we're in the selection box on the top, and then just select the profiles in order from the bottom to the top. And we should get a preview something like this, with a nice smooth line like this. And these green connectors should ideally be lined up as straight as possible. If we end up with a preview, say for example, with something like this, where it looks really twisted, we can move these green connectors manually to try and fix it. But usually it's kind of easier just to completely clear the profile. And then when we select the profiles again, try to click on roughly the same position on each profile. So as I click on each profile, I'm sort of on the left hand side front area there, so it's roughly about the same place on each profile. And that should give us a nice smooth curve there. We can also just move the green connectors a little bit if it's still not quite lined up. And we can also use specific guide curves if we want to follow a really specific line. But in this case, I don't think we really need it. So the preview looks okay at the moment, but if we look at where the loft turns the revolve, it's kind of a sharp edge at the moment. We want a bit of a smoother transition there. So we can scroll down here and we can expand start and constraints. And for the start constraint, I'm gonna change it from default to normal to profile. And we see that changes the shape of the preview. It now means that the loft joins the revolve with a much nicer transition there. We can also adjust this value here. So I'm gonna change it from 1 down to 0.5. So the transition isn't quite as long there. And then I'm gonna do the same for the top one. So for the unconstrained, gonna set it as normal to profile and put the value as 0.5. And the preview should look something like this. So we can press OK to make that lofted surface. So we now have 2 surface bodies. We've got the revolve at the bottom, and then we've got the loft at the top. If we look at the cross section, we can see the loft probably could have just been an extension of the revolve. We could have just extended that sketch profiles that we used to make the loft, and we could have maybe used a spline to create this top shape. It's because the loft shape here is completely circular, it's symmetrical about that center line. But if instead it was oval, or it was flattened, or squashed a little bit, then a loft would be better for this. But I just wanted to show that, as with a lot of things in Solidworks, there's different ways that we can achieve the same end result. So that's the very start of our spray model, and we can save our part there. To recap, the revolved surface is pretty simple. All it does is take a sketch profile, and it revolves it around the center line, very similar to a normal revolved boss base in solid modeling. For the surface loft, we use a number of different profiles. So first we added some different planes, and then we sketched different profiles on those planes. And then we used the loft to connect those. When we select the profiles, make sure we select them in order, and try to make sure we select roughly the same position on each profile. And that will help avoid our loft becoming twisted. We can also manually adjust the shape using those green connectors, or if we need a bit more control, we can use guide curves. So there we go, it's quite a simple start. In the next video, we're gonna build on this further by using swap surfaces to add a nozzle and a handle. Thank you for watching, please subscribe if you like. I hope it can be a little helpful and useful.